Hey YouTube, Jim here. Welcome to Top 10 Archive. Trust me, YouTubers will do anything they can to rake in the views. And some of them really push themselves to the limit to get the very best footage. From exploring creepy old buildings to investigating objects that they perhaps should have just left alone. These guys are fearless. Hold on to your seats, because in today's archive, we're counting down the top 10 scariest discoveries made by YouTubers. Number 10. Shark in an abandoned building. Luke EMC is a prolific YouTuber who loves filming anything that he thinks his 74,000 followers might find interesting. This video of an abandoned wildlife park in Australia is definitely fascinating, but it also features a pretty scary twist that viewers probably weren't expecting. The wildlife park Luke is exploring was forced to hand all their animals over to the RSPCA in 2012 when the company was evicted for not having a license. All the animals were taken away except one, a 5-meter great white shark. No, really, take a look for yourself. The shark is actually dead due to being caught up in tuna fishing nets and is a taxidermy piece being preserved in the tank in formaldehyde. Dead as it may be, it would still be terrifying to stumble upon this incredible beast out of nowhere. Number 9. Vampire doll in a graveyard. If you're going to be creeping around in graveyards, chances are that you're going to find something scary sooner or later. RM Videos certainly did. Take a look. The horrifying vampire doll has been left perched on the edge of a tombstone and even has a little bottle with it. Take a closer look at that bottle. That's definitely blood rather than milk, right? The scariest thing by far, though, is how its eyes follow the camera around as if the doll has control over where it's looking. Just watch how they move. It's truly terrifying. Number 8. Young girl in a cave. Exploring with Josh is a hugely popular YouTube channel which follows the adventures of Josh as he explores some of the most fascinating places imaginable. His videos have taken us to Japan to discover an abandoned Wild West theme park and to California to roam around a creepy old hospital. But the wildest video by far is this one, where Josh explores Ape Cave in Mount St. Helens. The video starts off pretty normal as he heads into the cave with his fellow explorers. The cave is pretty dark and creepy, and as they head deeper, it gets smaller and smaller until the guys are crouching to access the tunnels. Just as they think they're reaching the end, the explorers stumble upon something truly terrifying. This lost little girl is standing all alone in a pitch-black cave looking absolutely terrified. She has crawled all the way in there on her own while her parents were searching frantically for her. It's truly haunting to think about what would have happened to the little girl had she not found Josh. The girl was reunited with her terrified parents, who will surely be Josh's YouTube channel's biggest fans for the rest of their lives. Number 7. Doll in a box. Mr. Technical Difficulty and friends were larking around on the banks of a river when someone spotted a mysterious white box bobbing on top of the water. The group started filming as they decide what to do about the weird package and take a couple of guesses over what it could be. One of the group is sent to get the box, and as he drags it onto shore, he begins to tear off the tape which is keeping the lid fastened down. When he finally gets into the box, it looks as though he wishes he hadn't. Inside is an incredibly creepy doll that could easily be mistaken for a small child. I have so many questions about the doll, starting with who put it there and why? Number 6. Mystery Tombstone. Red Poppy Ranch is the YouTube channel of a man and his family's journey from living big city life to setting up home in a small, quiet town in the Northwest. But when the family moved to their new property, they had no idea that they'd find minor internet fame by finding this mysterious gravestone nearby. The YouTuber had heard rumors that the grave existed, but had never been able to find it. That is, until one day he set out on his most thorough search yet. And finally, there it was. The simple gravestone belongs to a 1-year-old boy. The YouTuber didn't have much of any information about the boy, But luckily, with the power of the internet, people in the comments section put their detective gear on and traced the boy's lineage to find that he died from a really bad cold at the age of 1 year and 1 month old, and that his name was Galen Gould and a member of the Shoshone-Bannock tribes. Number 5. Shallow Grave. Theo freaking Dorr is a Harley-Davidson aficionado who loves nothing more than to document his adventures off the beaten track. And sometimes those adventures get a little wilder than he ever expected them to. As Theo and his friend stroll through a wooded area, he suddenly gets an eerie feeling like he's being watched. And then they spot something that majorly freaks them out. Watch what happens. What can that possibly be, if not a grave? And if it's a grave, what's in it? It's too big for an animal, so could it be human? The guys are clearly terrified and run back to their bikes as fast as they could. And who can blame them? Number 4. Abandoned Crypt Tower. Decertify Urbix loves sneaking around abandoned places with his video camera, and he's no stranger to discovering creepy buildings and terrifying locations. But this particular video is especially haunting. This video is actually the YouTuber's first UK-based exploration, and he chose an appropriately creepy abandoned tower and crypt. The door was wide open, so Decertified Urbix walks through the gateway into the creepy final resting place of dozens of souls. Inside, he finds shocking signs of grave robberies and even remnants of human skeletons. It's so creepy to see him find human bones in plain sight, and it's hard to stop and remember that those bones once belonged to actual human beings. Who knows how long those crypts have laid empty, or what happened to the people that once occupied them. But one thing's for sure, you couldn't pay me enough to explore that terrifying place in the woods. Number 3. Auto Ghost. When Chance Raspberry posted a video of a weird occurrence in his Prius, the internet was stumped. Watch what's happening to his rearview mirror accessory. It seems to be spinning without any clear reason. The windows are up, the car is turned off, and nobody is inside. But as Chance Raspberry continues to walk around the car, the accessory keeps on keeping on. The YouTuber asks his followers to help him shed some light on the spooky situation, but instead, they just give him a tough time about owning a Prius. According to one fan named Kyle Juvie, Chance Raspberry should destroy his car, whether it's haunted or not, simply because it's a Prius. I'm afraid that's what you get when you ask the internet questions, my friend. Number 2. Real-life Ewoks. This video, which was originally uploaded to Facebook by Jamail Kawaja, was quickly spread all over YouTube hours later and depicts the moments that tourists come into contact with these troll-like creatures. They were kayaking around Railay Bay in Thailand when they came across these animals that can only be described as some type of Ewoks. To top off being in the presence of these strange-looking creatures, weird music can be heard playing as they stroll by. The internet was originally dumbfounded. The looks of disbelief on the tourists were real, but the Ewoks, well, they weren't. As it turns out, the creatures were actually actors in costume who were part of a stage performance by locals in the Thailand Biennale. Number 1. An Evil House. Dan Bell is a popular YouTuber who is no stranger to urban exploration and super creepy situations. But the most popular video on his YouTube channel is by far his creepiest find to date. A friend of Dan's told him about an old abandoned house outside of Baltimore with a dark history, and he instantly knew he had to explore it. According to reports, in 1983, on Christmas Day, a drug addict named Stephen Craig Johnson started suffering delusions that his 13-month baby was Jesus Christ. During his episode, he went upstairs and strangled and beheaded his own child. As Dan steps inside the house, it's clear that the property has been abandoned for a long time, and it's in a shocking state of disrepair. The house is mostly empty, but Dan comes across a disturbing sketch of a woman with a note underneath it, which calls the house evil. Thanks for watching. We love the creative and sometimes strange things our fellow YouTube creators bring to the internet for all of us to enjoy and maybe get a little freaked out about. How about you? Let us know in the comments interesting things you've seen on other channels. But oh, please be sure to come back to us often by subscribing, clicking the bell, and giving this video a like so more of our stuff pops up in your suggestions feed.